The African sun beats down mercilessly on the tall grasses, painting the savanna in a shimmering heat haze. Acacia trees, like gnarled sentinels, stand guard over the dusty trails that snake their way across the vast landscape. A lone figure emerges from the shimmering horizon, Lila, a woman as captivating as a desert mirage. Her eyes, the color of deep ebony pools, hold a flicker of defiance, a hint of a storm brewing beneath the surface. Lila, a beauty as untamed as the savanna wind, drifted from village to village like a tumbleweed in a sandstorm. Her laughter, though alluring, held a hollow echo, a melody laced with sorrow. A secret coiled around her heart, a poisonous vine birthed from a childhood choked by the cruelty of her own kin. At the tender age of 12, the moon witnessed a monstrous act. Her own uncle, a man with a heart as black as a moonless night, had stolen her innocence. The flickering flames of a communal fire cast dancing shadows on the mud huts of a village. Lila sits amongst the women, her smile a carefully crafted mask hiding the turmoil within. But beneath the moonlight, a different Lila emerges. Here, under the cloak of darkness, she transforms into a creature of shadow and stardust. Chanting in a language older than time, she weaves spells of beguilement, luring unsuspecting men into her web. Theirs became a hollow dance of passion, a fleeting pleasure that left them as empty husks, their souls tethered to her will, wandering the savanna like aimless shadows, forever lost. These men, once vibrant and ambitious, became hopeless souls, drowning their stolen dreams in potent palm wine. Lila, fueled by a twisted sense of justice, saw their demise as a form of karmic retribution. Yet, a disquiet gnawed at her, a hollowness that mirrored the despair she inflicted. Lila steps through the ornately carved doorway of the village church, seeking refuge from the searing sun. Her gaze falls upon a man unlike any she has encountered before, Peter, the son of the village pastor. His eyes, the color of sun-baked earth, held a quiet strength, a deep well of compassion. A tremor ran through Lila, a foreign sensation that both terrified and exhilarated her. Peter, a man of unwavering faith, possessed a spirit as untamed as the savanna itself. From the moment his gaze met Lila's, a spark ignited within him. But unlike the others, Peter saw beyond the captivating facade, his intuition sensing the storm brewing beneath her beauty. Church pastor, who had watched with keen interest the interaction between Peter and the beautiful young lady, cautioned Peter of her mission to lead him astray and destroy him. The flickering candlelight casts a warm glow on Lila's face as she sleeps. A single tear Lila awakens with a gasp, the crow's chilling words echoing in her ears. Panic claws at her throat. Her feelings for Peter, a fragile bloom in the barren wasteland of her heart, threatens the very foundation of her existence. She has to act, and quickly. A sly smile creeps across her face, a flicker of her old defiance returning. The following day, Lila approached Peter with a glint in her ebony eyes. "Peter dear," she purred, her voice dripping with honeyed sweetness, "I've discovered a hidden oasis, untouched by the scorching sun. Let us escape the village for a day, just the two of us." Lila, Venturing into the uncharted parts of the savannah is dangerous. Do you doubt my knowledge of this land, Peter? Or perhaps my love for you?" Peter, unable to resist her pleas, reluctantly agreed on the condition that Lila attends 2 consecutive church services. The journey was treacherous, the path choked with thorny bushes and sun-baked rocks. As exhaustion began to gnaw at Peter, Lila led him to a clearing bathed in an ethereal glow. In the center stood a magnificent baobab tree, its branches laden with what appeared to be the most exquisite fruits. "These are the fruits of rejuvenation, Peter. One bite, and you'll be young and strong forever. Imagine a life together, defying the ravages of time." Peter, tempted by the prospect of a life with a forever youthful Lila, reached for a fruit. But just as his fingers grazed it, a memory flickered in his mind, a sermon about the forbidden knowledge that lurked beyond the boundaries of faith. He recoiled, his hand trembling. "Lila, this is a trick. These fruits are not meant for us." Lila's facade crumbled for a fleeting moment, replaced by a flash of raw fury. But regaining her composure, she forced a smile. "Perhaps you're right. Let us return to the village." Later that night, Lila brewed a potent potion, its aroma thick and intoxicating. She slipped it into Peter's cup of evening tea, a seductive smile playing on her lips. As Peter prayed, he drank the tea, a warmth spread through his body, a pleasant drowsiness clouding his mind. He dreamt of a world bathed in swirling colors, a world of untamed pleasure and uninhibited desires. But then, a faint hymn began to play, a melody from his childhood, a beacon of faith cutting through the haze. He jolted awake, a sheen of sweat on his brow. "Lila, what have you done?" Lila, her plan foiled, stood speechless. Shame and fear warred within her. Peter, his voice gentle but firm, revealed his knowledge of her attempts. But instead of anger, his eyes held a profound empathy. "Lila, your pain runs deep, but there's another way. Let me show you the power of true faith, a love that transcends even the darkest magic." For the first time, Lila saw not fear or judgment in Peter's eyes, but a love that offered solace and redemption. In that moment, a seed of faith took root in her hardened heart. Tears streamed down her face, a cleansing rain washing away years of bitterness. And so began Lila's journey towards the light, guided by Peter's unwavering faith and her own yearning for a love untainted by darkness. Lila and Peter walk side by side, their laughter echoing across the vast plains. A sense of peace, an unfamiliar solace, washes over Lila. But the crow's chilling words linger in her mind like a persistent knell. "Peter, now that I have decided to follow your faith with all my heart, I sense a battle ahead, one in which I might lose my life. Lila, no matter the battle ahead, I will face it with you." Lila, her heart overflowing with a love she never thought possible, confesses her past, the burden of her witchcraft, and the dire consequences of leaving the coven. Peter listens patiently, his love a steady flame that refuses to be extinguished by her revelation. Peter, a shepherd of souls, knew this love was worth fighting for. He devised a daring plan, a gamble that could cost them both their lives. In a moonlit ceremony, Peter, armed with his unwavering faith, challenged the Crow spirit guide. The battle raged through the night, a clash of fierce determination and malevolent magic. Finally, with a cry that split the night, the Crow spirit guide was vanquished, its form dissolving into a cloud of inky smoke. Lila, drained but free, collapsed into Peter's arms. They returned to the church, hailed as heroes after the public confession and testimony. The congregation, initially wary, were won over by Peter's unwavering faith and Lila's sincere remorse. Years later, under a sky ablaze with the fiery hues of sunset, Lila and Peter, now husband and wife, stand hand in hand, gazing out at the vast savanna. Laughter lines etched around their eyes tell stories of a life well lived. At their feet, a gaggle of children play, their carefree joy a testament to a future free from darkness. And so, the tale of the enchantress and the pastor's son became a legend whispered in the savanna wind. A reminder that even the most troubled soul can find redemption, and that love, like the sun, has the power to chase away even the deepest shadows. If you enjoyed the story, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. Also tell me what I need to improve on in the comment section. Thank you.